Well, visual arts play a very, very important role in the entertainment industry. It is what all the stories, everything that is visualized and imagined and written, the stories that we have in our heads, it is it it brings that all to life. Very positive. With the new technology, the new communication, without that, I mean, the work would be a lot slower. Nowadays, with this new technology and communication, it's fast and it's broad and it's endless what we can do. You can literally work on a project and you don't all have to be in the same state or country. You can have your visual artist in one country while the cast is in another country and the director, and everything will gel together. And also with green screen. So this is how they're doing it now. Like the visual artist is over there in another country. You can be anywhere. And all it takes is just a press of a button and an upload and a download of a file where he gets the file, he's working on his end, and the others are working on their end. And that's the beauty of the technology today, is that it speeds up the work, and then you can broaden the talent and you can broaden the whole project with this technology. Today, I think it's a very positive thing. Also, it works as well when they're casting talent, because nowadays the casting directors are now asking you to send in, you can send in your auditions and you can send in everything, and a lot of the talent are getting doing their own visual art in some ways, where when they're filming their auditions and everything, it's just a press of a button. Now you don't have to fly to New York or Los Angeles or wherever. The casting can be done right in your own home, and then you can send it straight away to the casting director for the role that you probably never would even have an opportunity to audition for had it not been for the communication and technology. You know, there's so many. The most popular image that I see that's repeated a lot has been around since before around 1923, and it is the logos. It is the intros, which is, it's been visual art since then, which I love intros and the wording and the logos of films, the advertising of the film, you know, with the big boom music and the words flying in. Well, the one that I think that it's been around for a very long time is the MGM logo of the lion that growls and surrounded by the film footage. And now today, that same logo, it's gotten, the visual arts of that logo has gotten so much better, because I've always found that to be a beautiful logo. And it's one of the visual arts that's been around for a long time. I believe it's like since 1923 or before that. And that was before we even had all the technology. And that's, again, it's my point of how long visual arts have been around. But I would say the MGM logo with the lion that growled before the movie started. There are so many, but as I think my favorites would be the team of the visual artists that did The Lord of the Rings, because that's mine. I love those kind of visual arts that are very, very fantasy. It takes a lot of work to create such beauty like that. But that would be Libby Hazel. It was Dean White, I think was the name. Jim Regal. And I think it was Elaine Moran. That was the team that did The Lord of the Rings visual arts. I mean, incredible. Also, there's another guy, and this was his very, very first job doing this on a professional level. And I think he was a student as well. And his name, Rick Ravenel. and it was his first project, and it was the most successful. He did the visual art for Avatar. I think that he would be one of my favorites as well. I mean, it was just phenomenal work that he did. I mean, beautiful, like the dragons and the flying dragons were amazing, you know. And also back in Jurassic Park, that visual art. I love stuff like that. That's fantasy, that shows things that only we maybe can see in our dreams. And that's my, that was what I meant by the visual artist. It's like they create a three-dimensional world of what they see in their heads that only, it's so fascinating what to see, what they see in their heads. A visual artist is one of the people or the that can really bring that out, that can show us that. And that's why it's so important in entertainment. Yes, it has influenced my creative process, and it has been ever since I was a little girl, because I started performing as a child. So looking at the visuals, looking at the visual arts of an entertainer, of a singer such as Michael Jackson. He was a really amazing visual artist himself, and his imagery and dance and music definitely influenced me. And his little mini movies, his music videos such as Thriller and the other one, Smooth Criminal, those kind of things. He did quite a few of them. That was very influential to me. They really influenced me. And then the movies that I just spoke of, like the Lord of the Rings and the Avatars, and even some of the amazing horror movies, mystical films, and the art and the artistry around it, the photos, some of these beautiful photos that they use, a poster work, the artwork, the graphics. Yeah, it does influence me, and it makes me have more vision of what I want to do as an artist. And sometimes my visions are really out there as far as fantasy. So a visual artist will definitely play a big role in that. All visual art play a big role in that. And so it's an interest of mine. But yeah, that really did influence me, because everything is in here. So if we can make it here, it's fascinating, and that is what entertainment is all about, and that is why visual art is so important to entertainment and entertainers around the world.